Greetings everyone and welcome. In today's video, we're going to talk about transactions in software development. So what is a transaction? A transaction is a complete occurrence of an event in software development. For example, let's take a scenario, a software that's designed to send money in a bank. It means that we're going to debit one account and we're going to credit another account. So if at a time we start sending money, then we debit account or we get money out of the one account, and then something happens that we cannot able to complete that transaction. It means that we're going to have a mismatch in our accounts, right? So if we are sending money, we should make sure that either we remove money from one account and credit it in the other account, or if that does not happen, if we debit one account and we do not credit the other account, we should roll back what we had already done. That we should now again uh, undo the changes that we had already done to the first account. So that is what a transaction is. A transaction occurs only when we have a complete uh, uh, occurrence of an event in software development. All right, so that's what a transaction is. So how do we use it in our software development? As you can see here on my screen, I have this small snippet of code here. I have a class here. In this class, I'm just calling it product API controller. And as you can see here inside, I now have a method that it's called create product. Inside the create product, I have two services, or I have two more methods that actually creates now the resources that I would want to create in the database. And the first one is save product. This is the first method that saves the product itself, and then I have another method here which saves the product's variation. All right, so as you can see here, these are two distinctive events that occur to save the resource in my database. And the first one that happens is the save product, followed by the save product variation. And since I am saving two related resources, I would want to use a transaction so that if something happens in between saving of the two resources, then I can go back to where I began, or I can go back to the state of these resources before I started saving the product and product variation. All right, so this code here, I am using Laravel, and as you can see here, I have the transaction here being initialized as a closure, right? So I have the transactions here. I have the transaction here. There are many ways that you can use the transaction in Laravel, but I prefer to use it like this. If you prefer another way, you could use the transaction begin transaction, and then you could commit that after you saved your resources successfully, or you can roll back the transaction if something happens during the saving of the resources. All right, so that's what we were to look in for today. Thank you very much for being with me on this one. I'll see you in the next one.